Hello, dear viewers of the podcast Got in the Motion. With me, the main host, Yavor Ivanov, and with my favorite co-host, Kubrat Ivanov, more known as Scooby.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's podcast, where it's not just the pair of us today, but we're joined by a very special guest named Lucrecia Cervantes. She's all the way from Mexico, and today she'll be conversing and talking about the differences and maybe the cultural clashes that she's witnessed in Ireland. So, how are you today?
Very good, very nervous to be honest, but so happy to be here.
Don't worry, I promise you will be painless, so don't worry about that, Lucrecia. We know each other as well for a little while, so don't worry. I have the honor to ask you the first question.
Sure.
Well, why did you choose Ireland?
Well, I think it will sound very like... No, sorry. It will sound very repetitive, but I think Ireland chose me because since I was little, younger, I decided to go. I wanted to go to Canada, and all the time my dream was Canada. Then I couldn't go to Canada when I was younger, so then, like probably 8 years ago, I wanted to go somewhere that I can speak English to improve my English. So I was looking for London, Canada and the United States, and I never had in mind Ireland. So, well, in the other countries they said that I couldn't study and work, so it was hard to save enough money to go there and then just study, and they pay for everything. So I have a friend that she was here in Ireland, and she said, like, the advantage in Ireland is like you can work and then you can study, so I think that would be very good for you. So I just say, okay, let's gonna see. It took 2 years to decide to come here, but like I said, okay, I will take a chance, and then after 6 years, almost 6 years, I'm here in Ireland.
Where is your friend from? Do you know her from your neighborhood or from your school?
We were together to the university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
so she was here. She was selling English courses. So she was like, "This is your best option. You will study English for 8 months. If you want, you can extend that time." So I'm here after 6 years, as I said.
We are happy all to meet you, and that you choose Ireland.
Yeah. And what age were you when you came first to Ireland?
Well, what? Sorry.
What age?
Oh, I think I was 34. Yeah, I was 34. The same, when I decided to come here, it was a WhatsApp group with all the people that wanted to come, and all of them were younger than 30. So everyone was like 22, 25, and there was a point that I said, like, oh my God, I think I'm too old to be here, to come here and to start everything over, like people, like house,
work, everything.
Exactly. So I said, no, I think I'm too old, but it's never.
No, it's never too old. No,
exactly.
You're never too old to any adventures, or learning, positive experience. Where did you learn English the first? In Mexico, or really you start to more seriously study English here?
Well, I started in school, in the secondary school, but it was the basics, like how are you, like how old are you and everything. But I think I really love to speak English, and it was kind of easy for me to learn. So I had different or different places that I learned. When I finished my degree in Mexico, I didn't find a job. So I got like a scholarship in a good school in Mexico for 2 months. So it was like an intensive course for 2 months. And after that, I went to the United States for 1 year and a half. And then I learned most of my English there. But then I didn't practice for 11 years my English. So it was just the basics. So I really wanted to be in a place that I could speak English. So that's why I decided to go to a place that I can practice and improve my English.
And what did you study in exactly? Just for
well, in Mexico I studied communications.
Yeah.
So my degree was there, and now here I study as well business.
Okay.
And I just finished in December, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Lucrecia.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a big achievement.
Yeah, I know, and It was a very good challenge because it was a career in a second language.
Yeah.
And also, as you were mentioned, there were many things that were different from there to here, in the sense that how you learn, how you are great, and everything. So
Yeah.
it was a very good challenge, but I did it.
And I, if you don't mind me saying, I think business and communication, they're very important and linked subjects. To do business, you have to have good communication, no?
Exactly.
If it's not online, especially the big deals are done. I spoke recently with a big very successful businessman, Irishman. He said communication is very important.
Yes. Yes.
Personal communication to persuade somebody. Sometimes maybe he has a little bit worse deal with you than somebody else, but because you appear as a nice person, they like you, they trust you.
Exactly.
So I think it's a great combination of you graduate communication and business now.
Yes, like, well, basically, I can tell you that all the experience that I have had, not just the degree, but all the experience that I have had helped me to do the business, and now that's how I'm working in my different, like different experiences.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I think now I believe that everything that I'm learning led me to improve my skills. So,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, communication and business. Very good relationship.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
And which part of Mexico are you from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
basically I was born in Mexico City, but I am from the very close to Mexico City.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of outside of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as you know, Mexico City is
It's
very
big.
big. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, close to there.
Yeah.
To Mexico
Okay.
City, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Next question, maybe you find it funny and maybe a bit crazy, but I watch a lot of films from South America, but I notice only with the Mexicans in the United States or in Mexico, Mexicans saying orale. What does it mean, orale?
It can mean many things. Orale is like oh really? Like oh really? Or when you don't know what to say, sometimes you can say like orale, or interesting. I don't know. It can mean many things.
Yeah,
But
like in
it's-
Bulgarian we have as well some saying that can mean so many things. Yeah, I thought so because it was used in different contexts. I said, but I better ask a Mexican person. They tell me better, what mean orale.
No, I don't know, but you are the second person that mentioned the word orale, because I met a Greek person, and when I say or he was trying to speak to me in English, in Spanish, and I say orale, and he's like, oh, you're from Mexico, and I'm like, yeah, how did you know? Because of the orale.
Orale.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think in Greek and in Bulgaria we say oppa. It
Yeah.
means for many things. Something on broken or surprise, oppa.
job, yeah.
Or a new job, oppa.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe like orale,
Yeah, and probably a lot of Mexicans that we will watch this podcast will say like, no, you are explaining so bad, but at this moment, I don't know
no.
what
Don't
exactly
you
to
worry.
say early.
I think if you're asking me for my humble opinion, you explain it very well.
Yeah.
And I know what you mean by
Yes.
saying that.
And usually in languages, we've had in our most recent guest, he was a Spanish.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
even there, we were talking about how different provinces in different parts of Spain, even they have such words where from their side it's okay, and then we were comparing Latino, and then
that means
Spanish,
something
and then-
completely different.
yeah, and even I myself have had many Spanish-speaking friends, all from different regions, some from Argentina, some from Brazil. They may be Portuguese, but they'd be very well, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Venezuela, and then a lot of Spanish students obviously would come in for the year, and I become friends with them, and then, oh, where did you learn this from? Don't speak like that. The people from there speaking like that, and you have these even same speaking language cultural clashes there, and
Nationalistic as well.
yeah,
Yes.
it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And what I've also noticed is the same way that in Spanish, English, Bulgarian even, you always have those one or two words that are
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
matter which ones
Exactly. Yeah.
which ones they are.
And that's great.
Yeah, 100%. And the question is, what do you miss the most from Mexico? Aside from family, because that's the obvious
Yes.
answer.
Yeah, well, my family, I think. Yeah, my family, I think is the most, to be honest. Food, yeah, I miss food, But sometimes, for example, I don't eat very often Mexican food or tortillas or the most traditional things. I don't eat it. But I think it's my family. As I was mentioned before, that since I was 16, more or less, I knew that I didn't want to be in Mexico. Yeah. And it's not because I don't feel Mexican or I don't like my...
just want to see
it's
the world.
just, I'm very... Here I can tell you that I'm very Mexican. Like, I love my culture. I love my people. But I just felt that I didn't belong there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That is the part. I can tell you another thing is like when I arrived here, Mexicans, we are very warm, and all the time, at least in my family, we like to touch everyone in the good sense, but we like to hug, we like to give kisses and everything, and here they're very cold.
No.
Yeah, so, you know,
distance,
at the beginning, I didn't know how to say hi to someone. It was like hi with a hand or with a hug. Yeah. So it was so hard. I remember I tried to say hi to one of my teachers. She was from Poland. So I tried to give her a hug. She accepted, but then I wanted to give her a kiss. And she was like, you know, like, I don't know what she was thinking. And she was like, no, like, I'm sorry. But then, you know, that was the part that it was harder for me. Like, I need to be, you know, like more hugs, more kisses, something like that. And, you know, people are more like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, hi. And of course, after COVID.
I fully understand you. I tell you a story. Me experience with my son, something similar, because in Bulgaria you always hug, cuddle your relatives, friends, and even in the street I was walking, I remember one day, and his mom with my daughter, they were behind us, maybe 50 meters behind us or 10 meters, and me and him were walking in the front, and I hugged him, and you know, showing display of love, father to son, and one car slowed down with Irish guys. They look at us, yeah, but he's with dirty look. And I said, oh my God, I said to him, what the hell? You know, he said they thought we are gays. Yeah. Because it's not typical for here to show this display of love, like hugging, maybe pushing a little bit, or cuddling. Yeah, so I fully understand you, because in Bulgaria we are like Mexicans. The Mexicans are like Bulgarians.
You know, also here is that there are very similarities from different cultures, because the Spanish people are the same. They have two kisses when they say hi, and you know, we have similarities, and it was that was surprise for me that we are similar in some ways. And answering your question is that I think I am very I used to be. Now I think I'm normal. Normal in the sense that I try not to hug a lot of people.
Apply to the society here.
Yes, exactly.
Because for us it's normal in Bulgaria to hug, kiss, and to your friends and relatives especially. My next question is a bit dark.
Okay.
It's a bit dark, but I can't escape asking you this. You know, I just can't escape my mind to ask you. In your opinion, who is the strongest, have the strongest strength in Mexico? The narco cartels or the Mexican state?
Oh my God. Very dark.
In your opinion, what do you feel, what you think, sense, what is your kind of observation?
To be honest, I'm not involved in all these kind of things. I prefer not to be. But I think probably it's the cartels and the narcos. I don't know a lot, as I said. It's just my opinion. I think, it could be because, you know, like the cartels can
influence.
Exactly, the government,
the police, the judges. They have a lot of money. They have billions, actually. Billions of dollars, not pesos.
Exactly.
Billions.
Exactly. So, you know, I think it could be the cartels, and then they can influence the government.
Like somebody said, if you can't buy something with the money, you can buy it with a lot of money.
Exactly. Or sometimes it's not exactly about the money. It's that if the cartels or the narco traffic tell to a policeman, we know who you are, who are your family, and everything.
They can shred as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
Pablo Escobar said plata and plomo.
Exactly, plata or plomo. Then sometimes it's not exactly money. It's like, okay, I want to be safe and my family.
That's,
you know,
for the viewers who doesn't know Spanish, plata and
plomo.
Plomo, it means money or bullet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
So fierce sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my question kind of continue on from that, and you don't have to answer it, obviously. Have you ever witnessed any sort of activity as such from the cartels in Mexico firsthand? Because I've spoken to people that have lived there and have emigrated just recently, and they've told me stuff where they've seen some sort of activity that's scary and that. Have you ever witnessed anything while you were living over in Mexico?
To be honest, not because I'm from Mexico City. I think narco traffic is more in the
Looking
north.
sides, yeah.
And then
Sinaloa and yeah.
Sinaloa,
Yeah.
you know, Mexico has the issue that probably in several, like in different cities, you will experience something different.
Yeah.
There are places that are really safe. I can tell you even, well, it's safe, but probably it's more that you hear bad things rather than
Yeah.
good
Doing
things.
that part.
But no, to be honest, about narco traffic, no. In Mexico City, it's more about robber and those kind of things, not exactly like.
Yeah, but
artists.
the government doesn't want to allow in the city, the capital city, to have
Yeah,
such
imagine.
activity.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
spitting on their face and saying we do whatever we like in the
Yeah.
capital city. Maybe that's why it's more secure.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, you know, of course, you are afraid, or I was afraid a little bit, but no, I never saw
No,
those
okay.
kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
God.
would there be the most tourism there because of it being considered safer than the other parts of Mexico, or would it just be even?
Well, I think not a lot of people go to the north. Probably
Yeah.
they will go more to Mexico City
Yeah.
than in the south.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Go to
but-
the north, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Cancun, how is the most famous tourist place?
Cancun.
Cancun.
Yeah.
Is it that in the south?
Yes, it is
Cancun
in the
in the
south.
south, okay.
Cancun, Mérida, Playa del Carmen.
There's
there
no
are-
the how you call the gringos go there, the
Yes.
Europeans, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, like here, I have seen a lot of people that they are like, "Oh, I have been in Mexico." Yeah, really? Where? Cancun, Playa del Carmen.
yeah, but
you know,
that's,
like, yes.
that's not Mexico. Well, it is Mexico, but it's not all
Yeah.
Mexico.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to be in Mexico is to go everywhere.
Yeah.
I
To
always
explore
say,
it, yeah.
yeah,
Every
I-
provinces probably offer different things.
yeah,
Like from
exactly.
Juarez, a friend of mine, maybe you know her. Yeah, you know her.
Sandra.
Sandra, she brought me little drinks, particularly from Juarez. They
Yes.
don't make anywhere else except in Juarez. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that different places offer different things in unique things
Yes.
in Mexico.
The food is the best
Uh-huh.
everywhere you go. We have everything. We have mountains, we have pyramids, we have beach, we have.
Chichen Itza.
Yes, I have never been there. I have never been there, but I would love to be there.
So much to explore in Chichen Itza. You know, it sounds like Bulgaria, believe it or not. When I hear the name the first time, I thought it's a village or a town in Bulgaria.
Really?
Chichen Itza, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, that's Bulgarian. And it's Mexico. I thought it's a village in Bulgaria because it's really sound Bulgarian. I don't know how, but it sounds like Chichen Itza.
Chichen Itza, it really does sound.
I think
Bulgaria.
all countries we are related in some way.
In some way.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now, where is come from the famous mariachi? From the south?
Garibaldi. No, well, it is in Guadalajara. I don't know.
Guadalajara,
Sorry
so-
again. I don't know a lot, but in Guadalajara there. The
That's kind
mariachis.
of central Mexico?
Yes, yes, and a little bit on the north.
North.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but mariachi and it's really nice. And you know, you feel it in different way. When I was in Mexico, when I heard mariachi, it was like, yeah, it's okay, nice. And now, when I was here for 2 years, and then I went back to Mexico, and I heard the mariachis. Oh my God, I wanted to cry. It's
Yeah.
just like you feel it in your veins, and
Yeah.
you know, it's
You left in something behind you didn't appreciate when you were
exactly.
there, and once when you're being distance for so long, and when you
Exactly.
hear it,
And
it
every time,
touches your soul.
exactly, every time that I hear that something in relation to Mexico, I'm like, oh my God, and I want to cry. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's an amazing.
I think we never forget our roots, even though
Exactly.
even if we try.
Yeah, 100%. Even today, I was on the bus, and especially last year because I visited Paris, France, and I went there, and it was really funny because I was there with my school, and all of us are taking photos. Oh, would you look at this architecture? And this historical monument, and it's really funny because when I was in Ireland and I'd see lots of maybe Spanish, French, Germans all come here and I'd be looking at buildings they'd be taking photos of and I'd be like, well, it's a part of history, but there's bigger things to see in videotape. And then for the first time, because I've been to other countries, but Paris was kind of, it's Paris.
Yeah.
You want to be documenting obviously the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that. And even we'd be walking past houses and we'd see, here's the Romans and this. And for the people, it was just normal. And I thought to myself, would you look at this? Now I see how it is for them.
Yeah.
And even today, as I was coming back from practice, there was this American couple, students, and we were passing just Black Rock, one of the...
Oh, yeah.
And the girlfriend's pulling on the boyfriend's jumper. No, take a photo of this. And I was looking at it and I was like, maybe for them it's very good. But I'm used to it, and everybody else here is used to it. And it's very interesting to see how one gets appreciated more once you've grown up there.
Yes.
And maybe, I think it's nice that you experienced it, that when you came back, it's like you've listened to it for the first time and you experienced it.
Yes, and it was in 2020 before the COVID, I went there. Trust me, I was taking picture of everything.
Yeah.
There is a donut, a chocolate donut, and I was taking the chocolate donut. I got to send to my friends, blah, blah, blah. And then another typical or traditional dish. Oh, this one, and then, as you said, like you don't know, when you are there, because it's
normal.
a habit.
It's normal.
Yes, and it's like, it's the same, blah, blah, blah. But then when you, after 2 years, I went back and then I saw everything differently.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can appreciate it.
You became the tourist.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. But it's great. I think it's amazing because you will see it in another point of view.
Yeah.
And then you appreciate better, and then you can probably understand many things when you are in a different position.
Yeah, it's even funny because sometimes we'd ask people in France, what do you know about this? And they'd be walking past it for their whole life, and they don't know the history behind it, because that's something normal. They just see it maybe as a building, as a piece of rock, or nothing significant. Until when we see it there, and we don't have it obviously in Ireland, whether it's this part of history or this sort of history, we're curious to see.
Yes.
And it's the same thing when you travel around different countries.
Yes. My sister and my mother were here this year, and for my sister was the first time that she was here in Europe. So she was taking picture and video of everything. In the subway, like you have to push to open the doors.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, do it. I was like, okay. Then I do it and then open the doors. And I just reminds me myself, because there is something new. So it's like, okay, I want to record it and then show to everyone how is this working. So it is nice.
Definitely.
There was a point that I was laughing, but then I said like,
you can understand.
Yeah, exactly. And now for me it's normal, like you are on the
dart, press the button.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, let's go. But when you are new for something, it's like a children. Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, 100%. And the next one is, did you have any sort of expectations for what it would be like, or maybe had you been informed of what basic things like the weather? Did you have any idea before you came into Ireland what it was going to be like, and did it live up to its expectations?
Well, as I said, the way that I came here, it was by an agency. So I was in a WhatsApp group, and then a lot of people were here already, and they tell you like, oh, the weather is very bad, and there is raining all the time, and blah, blah, blah. But I think I didn't have any expectations, because I didn't know. Of course, my rush was like, you need to find a house, you need to find a job, because the money and because blah blah blah.
You focus on the practical things.
Exactly.
You don't pay attention about the weather and how the bread is here.
No, of course, like to be ready, to have the proper clothes and everything. But I think I didn't have expectation, and I can tell you, if I had, all of them were like. Now that I can see to the past, everything has been amazing. Of course, there have been ups and downs, and everything. But I can say like, oh my God, I never thought I was going to experience these kind of things. I can tell you as well that I was thinking like, okay, I want to be a waitress. I want to live in a house family. I want to live with, sharing a place with someone. I want, and all those dreams, like little by little, they came true. You know, so I started as an au pair, and then I was living with a whole family. After that, I moved to another place, and then I meet a lot of people from different places, and then I was a waitress, and then, now I can tell you that all the things that I dreamed in Mexico, they came true.
Yeah.
And then they are better.
Surpass yeah, exactly.
No, you have better English than me, so when I don't have a word, you can say it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
That's great to hear. The next question is it a big Mexican community in Ireland?
I think we have been growing. The same
it's getting bigger,
yeah, it's getting bigger. And now you
No, it's not the way to say it correctly. No, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, but I think it has been growing. There are some Mexican places, and they start being more Mexican places. But also, to be honest, like I don't have a lot of contact with the Mexican culture here because the day-to-day is and I don't live in the city center, that I think is more of the Mexican people are.
They have restaurants from Mexicans. I went to eat once in one of them, little one. I forgot the name. It was really lovely. Now I have to say, when I tried a specific drink from Mexico. But it was a soft drink. It wasn't alcohol.
Okay.
I don't know. It was Mexican Coca-Cola or something like that.
Probably jarritos.
I tried. It was a bit expensive, but my wife said, no, you have to try it. Never mind the price. You want to try it, so try the
experience.
So it was lovely. Yeah,
no, but for example, the places, most of the places are located in the city center.
Because most of the people go there.
Yeah, exactly. Or go there, or So I don't have like a lot of contact because to go to the city center is like.
You're charged. You have a lot of things to do than traveling. Meeting other Mexicans,
exactly.
with all respect.
Of course, I have Mexican friends and everything, but it's like I'm not very related to that.
I just have a question, just going back onto the food, because just out of my personal curiosity, have you went to a Mexican restaurant and you've tried the food, and how is it as a Mexican? Is it good? Does it compare with traditional Mexican
But
food?
maybe you should clarify the question. You're talking about the Mexican restaurant outside of Mexico?
No, in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is my bad.
You cannot compare, probably, because of course nothing as your country. Even probably here in Bulgarian restaurants are not the same as your country. Here, of course, the flavor is completely different.
Yeah.
But you see it that it is the closest thing to Mexico.
Yeah.
I think Ireland doesn't have like a lot of variety on food.
Yeah.
So, for example, that probably you will find just one kind of or three kind of soda. And that's it.
Yeah.
And in Mexico, probably we have 20 different things.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like what is the closest thing to Mexico.
Maybe Ireland doesn't have the ingredients. Maybe it's expensive to import it. There could be various of reasons why.
I understand that probably it will be expensive to bring the things from Mexico.
Because maybe you have special ingredients as well for the food. Specific grow in Mexico. Spices and things.
So now, of course, because we are more and more, probably now you can find more things. Or sometimes when people go to Mexico, they can bring some things and then they are selling things, and then it's like, okay, I will try this or I'll buy this or that.
I just have another question. Now, this is a new aspect. I think it's kind of obvious, but what's the most followed sport in Mexico?
Football.
Yeah,
the soccer. So here is soccer. I think that is soccer. I hate soccer, to be honest. I don't like it, but I think it's soccer. Yes, Mexican gets crazy about soccer, and then and they follow Mexican soccer and the European soccer.
And did you feel the same sort of passion towards sport in Ireland, or did they showcase it in a different manner?
I don't know. I think we are more, as I said, we are warmer, and I can say that probably we are more passionate.
Yeah.
So we are more like, wow, yes,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And then we are singing, we are dancing.
Yeah.
So I think because our culture,
Yeah.
I can tell you that probably we are more passionate.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
about the sport.
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's a totally different way of expressing it. Even this year, my father and I went to Seville, and we went to, who was it? Scotland versus Spain. Spain.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to watch it, and for the first time, I've been to football matches in Ireland, I've been to rugby matches, I've been to. Never in my life was there a Mexican wave, and everybody was going up
In
crazy.
Spain, yeah,
Yeah.
Spain, where Mexico is, yeah.
Yeah.
It was very interesting, and we didn't know, we bought the tickets the last minute, so we didn't know, we arrived the day before, and we here in the plane. We saw all the Scottish, and we said, where are you going? The rugby is in France.
Yeah.
And you lost, sorry, you lost, but I said, no, it's a qualification for the European Cup, Scotland playing against Spain, versus Spain. But these tickets, yeah, I think so. I mean, just in the last minute we bought and we went. We didn't know we were going to be with among the Scottish fans or Spanish. But accidentally I had a T-shirt that is the same color as Scotland. But we sit among the Spaniards.
Yeah.
And they thought I'm Scottish, and of course my accent, they didn't understand that I can't speak that terrible English from Scotland. But it was an interesting match and very passionate, and the Mexico wave. And talking about Mexico wave, I remember the World Cup, the El Mundo, or how you call the World Cup in Mexico in 1986. I was 10 years of age and I watched it. I haven't been in Mexico, but I watched it in Bulgaria. I remember when this wave starts.
Yeah, but we are talking about
The Mexico wave started the World Cup in Mexico in 1986.
86, oh yeah.
I was 10 years of age, can you imagine how old I am? But never mind, that skip my age, So, yeah. My last question here in this podcast, we won't talk to you any longer.
That's okay, I talk too much, so that's fine.
What do you find any differences between Mexico and the other Latino countries, if there are any differences? What kind of differences between Mexico and the other Latino countries, like Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guatemala, Argentina?
But you mean culturally or?
Any differences? What is the biggest differences you see or differences between Mexico and the other Latino countries?
Even you're in Latino America, and you just go over to a neighboring country and instantly you feel the difference. What's that one thing that you instantly know?
Apart of orale.
The basic one. No, to be honest, I have never been in Latin America. So basically, I just Mexico, some cities from there. But here I have met more, from Chile, Colombians.
Yeah.
But I think we are very similar. We are very warm. We like party. I don't know. Probably it's more the language that sometimes the words, the slangs are completely different. But I think we are very similar. And all the time, what people ask me, or they say, "Oh, I have been in Latin America," I can say that United States, Canada, Alaska, they are really nice, but I can tell you that from Mexico to all the south, we have everything. We have food, we have weather, we have amazing people, language. So all from Mexico to the south, it's like you can go anywhere, and then the nature is amazing, like party, everything. So I don't know, I feel like we don't have like a lot of difference, at least with my experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that concludes our podcast.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us
Thank you
today.
very much.
I really enjoyed this time.
We did as well.
Yeah, and to anybody that's watching, and if you enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and we'll catch you in the next one.